Good evening and welcome to our February 20th regular meeting. As we gather today, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of this committee and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of Algonquin people. We would like to extend the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. We are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Just a couple things on my mayor's address. Last couple of weeks, I've been to a county finance meeting, community service and Renfrew County Housing Court meeting. I was invited to the Climate Cafe, which was held in Barry's Bay, and there was a couple of other mayors and residents from both Madawaska Valley and KHR, which was this event was really well attended, so there's a lot of people in the communities that really are taking this very serious. Tomorrow morning, we have another doctor recruitment Zoom meeting at 8 a.m., so just want to let everyone know about that. And does anyone have any pecuniary or financial interest to declare? Haven't seen none. With council's permission, I'd like to alter the agenda to move the fire department calendar presentation by Jason Mask up to now, if that's okay with everyone. Slide in that hot chair.
Very special to be taking up the first order of business after the mayor's address. Thank you for the opportunity and time to chat with you today. I think I know everybody sitting in front of me today, and for those of you who may not know me, I'm Jason Mask, and I'm on the fire department, as can be seen on the February edition or page of our calendar that our fire department put together late last fall. So I'm here today to offer council and by extension the town an opportunity to purchase some of the calendars that we have left over as a bit of an overstock for a fundraiser that we put together. So just here to make that offer. Some of you folks may or may not have seen the calendar. Pass those around. So the association had an idea that came up with within our group. One of our firefighters is really interested in it and worked together with photographer to pull together some really neat pictures of our fire department.
We all
really,
have.
So
Yeah.
the idea being that we would have some money for the association to purchase some items for the fire department that we don't currently have access to. One of the big things on our list is a gear drying rack. So it's fairly straightforward piece of equipment that we can build in-house. We just need some materials, and funding for something like this is about $1,500 to $2,000 to put it together. It'd be a really good investment for our department. We've got the machines to wash our gear after fire to get things back in service. They need time to dry. This kind of takes down that time. A hose drying cabinet, kind of similar idea, something that we currently don't have, just to really expedite that time between cleaning, drying hose, and getting them racked and back into service. Further down the line, looking at other opportunities where we might be able to look at battery operated extrication tools and so on. So this is where we are. We have about 118 calendars left and willing to sell them or to offer them at the cost that we paid for them, and the council could use them as you'd like to, really, for swag bags and pass around in the community, to take to county mayors meetings and to share them with others. So that's really all I have on the calendars. If there are any questions, I'm happy to take any.
What was the cost per unit?
Yeah, so the cost was just over $7 with tax.
Did you make any money on the ones you sold, or?
So if we don't sell what we have, we essentially broke even on the investment of it.
Sorry, I might have missed it, but so how many do you have left over that you want to get?
118. The whole lot's up for sale, or partly.
Any questions?
So what are you gonna charge us?
Well, we would, the cost of them would get us out of where we are right now, and then put the association in a better position to continue to look for those opportunities to invest in your fire department.
So if we make a suggestion that we buy the calendars, so it would be roughly, who's a good mathematician?
$826.
$825, yeah.
So we put that on the floor and to make a resolution for that.
So is this something we have money left over from like a line somewhere? Like would this be like part of the donations, like when we give the Wilno Rankin donation, could it go under there?
Give them back, Carl, we don't own them yet.
Is that,
So it's $7 plus HST?
just flat?
13%, yeah.
That price you gave me, is that plus that?
No, that was just the $7. I think if we're gonna buy them back, I think the association's gonna have to suck up the tax.
Prepared to do that.
You are prepared to do that?
Yeah, I mean, right now it would be just nice to not take as much of a loss.
So 7 times 118 was what? 800 and,
I'll be honest, when I first read it, I wasn't real keen on it, but we do have some events coming up that we could hand them out when we go.
Yeah.
We're going to the Rhodes Conference. We can hand them out. There's a
Is
few
anybody
guys,
going to the fire
if you
conference?
guys are going to the fire conference, they can
Yeah,
take
there's two
them.
going to the one in Huntsville, nothing at Toronto yet.
We can send a couple down there.
Like we could take, I'm going to the one in Huntsville.
Well, and I think that's the thing, they were printed and you guys missed, like there were no real events, right, where you guys could really sell them at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to sell them again next year, you might have to dress up better, Jason.
That's what I hear. Have a different theme for the calendar. So this hasn't discouraged us not to do it. Again, certainly, maybe with a little different theme and as much or more energy behind it. Again, just to support the community.
the photographer was very important though, weren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe that's why bad sales.
What's that?
Maybe that's why bad sales.
And
I had nothing to do with the photography
We have a
or the
resolution of
spirit of the calendar.
Yeah.
we have a resolution to be read.
Moved by Brian Pekoski, second by Maureen McMillan, that council for the township of Kilwood, Hagerty, and Richards hereby agrees to the purchase of approximately 118 KHR Fire Department calendars at a reduced price determined by the KHR Fire Department, equaling $7 per calendar for a total cost of $826.
All those in favor? Carried.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Have fun training.
Okay, I'm off to training. I do have the calendars. I can leave them here now or drop them off tomorrow. What better for you folks?
We haven't paid you yet,
Do
so.
you want them in your office?
It doesn't matter, whatever works for you. You can leave them over here on the table or just behind you or...
Sure, I'll go with them. Okay, thanks a lot.
No one leaves without taking the calendar.
Transfer price.
They're only $8.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, moving along, our first delegation, Mr. Dallas Reese from Trackmatics.
Thank you for having me. I have this little thing to help me walk through some slides unless you want to.
But we don't have that option. I have to click it.
Okay.
Just wanna let you know. Sorry.
I just like to talk to council quick before Dallas does his presentation. I invited Dallas to come to today's meeting as a delegation to discuss GPS units for our fleet. We currently have GPS units in our fleet, but sometimes they're not functional and operational, so I thought maybe Dallas could come and show his product off to council. During budget time, we can take maybe another look at it and go from there.
Thanks, Dallas. Okay. Everyone, this is a presentation that I put on to Roads Association, so I hope it's fitting for everyone here. But at the end of the day, I think everyone will learn a little bit about GPS and spreader plow controls after this. Anyways, I have seen some faces here before, and just in case anyone didn't know, you are already a client of ours. We supply and service your spreader controls in the plow trucks, so thank you for that. Tammy, I'm gonna hammer right through this. Okay. Trackmatics, we sell and service spreader plow controls in Southern Ontario. Over the last 8 years, we kind of have grown. We ship product from coast to coast. This slide here just simply shows a couple of our clients and what our clients are saying about us. You can see here that we do Renfrew County. The decision was made at the end of the day by Richard Polduca there, and he's very happy with this decision to go with us. We also do Lennox and Addington. They say good things. The greatest comment up here is from the city of Belleville, Joe Reed. He says, our guys are really happy with the products and after sales service, that we should be charging more. I love that one, that was great. The city of Guelph says great things, Perth County, Prince Edward County, and the city of Kingston does as well too. This slide here will show you some of the clients that we do locally. We do Greater Madawaska, Laurentian Valley, the county, Hastings, Highlands, and probably everyone straight south of Hastings, Highlands to the 401. And you'd see along the 401 corridor, we do the city of Brockville, every municipal client all the way to the city of Toronto. And today I'm going to touch base on RODA. RODA is the GPS program. It stands for Road Operation and Data Analysis. And you'll see that we have a straightforward solution. Thank you. This is our team. This is who's on payroll. So there's me there, me and the other guy on the left. We're ownership here, and we have 2 service reps that run around Ontario taking care of our products. Jay there on the right, he likes to have a truck and trailer, so he has everything he needs for spreader plow controls and GPS. And Patrick wanted a van, so we got him a van, and he has everything to do with spreader plow controls and GPS there. And the point of this is that we're a one-stop shop. We can come take care of an issue and be done with it immediately, so we don't have to come back. That's just another simple slide. So at the end of the day, what we do is we take care of AVL, which is automatic vehicle locating systems. We do installations, calibrations for that, spreader control installations and calibrations, plow control installations, calibrations, road watch installations, calibrations, and also camera installations and calibrations. That is all tied in with your GPS program. This is something, I don't need to get into that. We do have experience with all types of pickups, all the way up to 5-ton chassis, graders, loaders, lawnmower reports, okay? Backhoes, their attachments, yeah, I know. We work with every plow combination in, I would say, Canada, and all types of different sidewalk machines, so that we report accurately for you guys. We also do a pre-winter inspection to make sure that all your stuff is reporting accurately, and we can calibrate all types of spreader, the AVL race spreader controls in the marketplace, and we have experience doing that. This is a simple slide. It's worth taking the time on it. I'm sure everyone here knows about Good Roads and ADORS. But when we first started the business, ADORS heard good things from the small amount of clients that we have, and they started to give us free advertising in the magazines that get circulated in Ontario. And I thank them for that because it did help our business grow. as simple as a little slide like this was, it was a nice shot in the arm for us. And you can see, actually, the guy shaking my hand, he was the president of AORS for the long-standing term through COVID. And they continued to give us support and this free ads. So it was kind of a great story. They knew we were doing the right things and they helped us out. So into Rhoda here. Rhoda, remember data analysis, road operation data and analysis. Go ahead. So DM&T is the engine behind this. They reside in Richmond Hill, Ontario. So all of the data that we manage for municipalities gets harnessed and it never leaves Canada, which is a complete uniqueness. They do have in-house software engineers and programmers, so I don't foresee anyone in this room needing anything that hasn't been developed yet, but there are a lot of times our clients do need new development and we can identify if there is an issue and resolve it immediately. Can you go back one more? They have over 40 years experience and they were on the table with the MTO to design AVL when it first came to Ontario as well. And not only do we do municipal clients, we also do an awful lot of provincial highway contracts as well. Thank you. And actually, Rhoda is live GPS. It is integrated with your spreader and plow controls. We do integrate with GIS information, so we can drill down and identify how much material or service work is done on each road segment in municipal operations. And we do offer a public-facing portal. Thank you. And we also have a road application, so all of the road patrols that go on, there is a standard out there, and it's basically an electronic patrol diary. You can download the app on your phone, or you can put it on a tablet or a workstation. And it does show your patrol frequency. I'm not sure if everyone knows everything about road patrol, but you do need to identify each road that needs to be, patrolled. So if any deficiencies come up, so we do have reports for that. And of course, you can observe your weather and find deficiencies while you're out mobile. Hopefully, this is making sense to everybody. Okay. Thanks, Danny. So what we do is we have a non-proprietary AVL device, so that works with any carrier out in the marketplace. It sounds like the situation the township's in right now is it's a proprietary AVL device. So if you wanted to upgrade that or expand upon it, there's a lot of limitations there. This is non-proprietary, it's expandable and remotely programmable in 4G, so I'd say you guys are set for the next 10 years with this one purchase. And it will work with any provider as well. Now, there's a couple slides here on some of the reports. You know, Dean said one thing is sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. We have reports to identify what's working and what's not. So this gets mailed to our clients once a week. You can generate it upon logging into the website, but it'll tell you the last time you implemented, the last time you got a spreader message, the last time you plow cycle, so you guys know exactly what's going out on the roads. And we have tons of different reports, speeding, idling, stop. We can do ECM reports, oil change reports, grader reports, material reports, and so on and so on and so on. So all of this stuff is already developed. I won't even get into that. I won't get into that one. I won't even get into that. There's tons of different types of reports, but this is a cool story here. We do the town of Coburg. And they wanted to identify how much time they're spending cutting the ball diamonds, cutting soccer fields. So I guess they're having a little wrestling on how much time they're spending on that with associations. Now we brought them hard numbers so you can see how much time they're in the fence, how long the PTO has been on for, so you can identify exactly what's going on in your operations. This is that lawnmower report, so you can see the red line there that identifies when the PTO is on, and the blue line is basically tracking until it gets there. And if you hit the one more slide here, you can see exactly what the lawnmower was cutting. You can tell how long the PTO has been on as well. So we're really able to drill down on a lot of funny little assets. This is a sweeper report, and just because you pull a PTO doesn't mean that there's not analytics going on in the background though. So on the sweeper report, you can pull your trigger and can actually on the hover over, maybe you can't really see, but you can tell what sweeper is on, if the PTO's on, sucking up the debris. And one more, Tammy? And you can see all the analytics are behind it. It'll tell you the street, the operator who's in there, what, you know, if there's beacons on, which broom is on, and so on and so forth. And I did touch base on road segment reporting. I won't get into that now, but it's available for you. And we also do cameras. This is an image of the ferry line in Frontenac Island. So what we did is we tied that into our GPS, and we also integrated with the website too, so that the public can log in and see how long the lineup is, so they don't have to, you know, miss the lineup if they need to rush and get off the island. And we also do mobile cameras too in plow trucks, and integrate that into the trip for a number of different reasons. But images are kind of where everything is going these days to reduce liability. Go ahead again, you can see another simple image there. Unfortunately, municipalities do hold a huge liability weight when maintenance is on. And we also can overlay the weather pattern and see the trip as it goes, so it'll play back like a movie. Okay. Public facing sites are available if that's something you guys are interested in. And we got experience, and we'll guide you down the right path so you don't use crappy stuff, you only use good stuff. Okay, it's kind of simple. As you can see, our product's on the right. You know, it's a lot more durable and protected from the weather than other items that are out in the marketplace. Go ahead. Go ahead. This is just pictures of some of the strength control stuff that you guys currently have. It is, you know, continues to sell for us, and it's really bulletproof. You know, the company who we get it from is called Cirrus, and they have engineers as well, electrical and electronic engineers, and also hydraulic engineers. And that's the GPS side. So that's all for now. If anyone has any questions, let me know.
Anybody have any questions?
You'll bring pricing and everything to budget.
Yeah.
Comparison.
One of the reports I didn't have up here is I know this area is remote, and I'm sure the cell coverage isn't the greatest. We can also provide low-lying cell coverage areas in your territory, and the device is store forward, so if it's in an area that doesn't report, it will keep that information, and when it comes back into a cell coverage area, it will go into the website, so you never miss a beat. We do all Brantford County and all the county roads, and they've never gone without a beat too, so you're welcome to call them. If you choose, call Lee, call Richard, call Luke.
Anybody else have any questions? Very good.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dean, for inviting me.
Yeah, no, like, when we talked to Dallas earlier last week, or late last week, I guess they will be providing budgetary items, pricing and stuff for the budget meeting there on the budget.
Thank you. Holly, are you the spokesperson? Or does your dad want to speak?
Do you want to? I'm sorry, I don't have a great voice, that's why I have this. Did everybody get a chance to read our letter?
Yep.
Yeah, so obviously it's a long story, but it was all in the letter. More or less, just to summarize, we found out last summer that what we thought was my lot number 3, was actually my dad's lot, and what he thought was his lot was my lot. So our taxes were reversed. So essentially I was getting his tax bill, he was getting mine. So as we were fixing this very long process with lawyers and everything else to fix this, and a lot of conversations with NPAC and everyone else, we seemed to have that situation rectified, but we were informed, so we had to stop paying our tax bills because they weren't right. We didn't have the right amount, so we can't pay someone else's tax bill. And then we were told by Charlene at the township that we would be accruing interest because we weren't paying our tax bills, but we weren't paying our tax bills because we didn't know what the amount was, right? We didn't know the correct amount. So now that it's all sorted out, we're just wondering if we could have the interest taken off our tax bills, and then we can go ahead and pay, it's half of last year, I guess, that we didn't pay. That's it.
Brian?
So you said you have the situation rectified now.
Mm-hmm.
So where was the mistake? Was it at MPAC or was it in our township, or how was that?
I think it was at MPAC. I did a lot of calling around, we did a lot of looking into it. There was a lot of, initially MPAC blamed the land registry office, the land registry office blamed MPAC. Then they were blaming the lawyer, back and forth, back and forth. No one's ever admitted to what happened, in my opinion, because it happened in 1997. So it's been that, and it only got picked up now because my dad sold me half of his property. So when I built, MPAC came to assess and it got picked up. And you can actually see on the old tax bills, because Charlene sent me them back to the 80s, where the switch happens. And they MPAC was labeling my dad's property, the farmhouse, the farm and the buildings, as vacant land. That was lot 3, I believe, and they were labeling the vacant land as his house, which wasn't a problem when he owned both lots because they're 2 separate parcels. But when I built my house and that was going on, then it becomes a problem because now it's all mixed up. And even part of last year, I think my dad paid for, like, we were paying each other's tax bills until we found this out. That's more or less it. And then when it got fixed by the lawyer, then we got a really bizarre tax bill. It's at the bottom of this letter here. That was just totally wrong. So then we were speaking to Charlene, and she said, let's just wait till the new year and we'll sort out the interest and the tax portion then. So now we believe our tax bills are correct.
One other question then. So the land registry office or MPAC, did any of those, was any of that stuff, the lawyer stuff, covered by them, or did you guys have to foot all that?
We put it all there. Anyone's dealt lawyers.
That wouldn't be
It
much.
wasn't cheap.
That wouldn't be much anyways, eh?
Yeah, no. Just a few thousand for big deal. So no, nobody did, because nobody's accepted responsibility for what happened. I know who wasn't at fault. We had that lawyer bill, so we're just now hoping that we don't have to pay a big interest bill on our tax.
So you were paying taxes and then you quit paying taxes, right?
Right.
Am I correct?
Right, when was that? August?
I can't hear
You were paying taxes and then you quit paying taxes?
the last half of
Okay.
last year.
And that was under advice of a lawyer, or you just,
No, I just did that.
okay,
Because we didn't know what to pay.
yeah.
We didn't have, it would literally be like, okay, we're related, that's fine, but it would literally be like me being told to pay your tax bill. If we happen to be neighbors.
Yeah, but if he was paying yours and you were paying his, isn't it, were the taxes correct that were being charged to the lots?
No, I don't even think they were. It's hard because now it's been a while, but no, they weren't even correct at some points. Because it was so, MPAC then issued, they tried to fix it. And then they issued whatever they give to the township. And then the tax bills were like, they weren't the right names, they weren't the right lot numbers, so we don't even know if they were the right amounts, because nothing lined up. One of the tax bills we got, nothing lined up.
Would both of those lots be residential, or is one of them a farm property? How is it taxed?
It's residential and farm.
Yeah.
So then they would be different on that way too then.
The only thing I have to remind council is that, well, maybe not with the new council, but the past council, we've been approached quite a few times to forgive and let it go, and we never have, so just, we have to, and I feel for you, don't get me wrong, but it sets precedence when, just have to keep that in mind.
I just feel this is a little bit different situation because it's not a mistake that these people made, it's a mistake at a different level which they had no control over. So it's a little different than just not paying your tax or asking for a lower rate or something.
Can I
And that's my opinion. So.
do you have a, like, what's the amount? Do you have any idea, like, roughly?
The interest amount?
Yeah.
No, it's not itemized that way.
Oh, okay.
on the
Is that
tax
not
bill.
what
I
was
kinda
in the
Okay.
email? So it's 92.76 and 121.88.
Okay.
So it's $300 or $200. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way as Brian. Like, this kind of seems like it wasn't like I can't say the word that I want to say, but a mess.
Does it start with cluster?
It starts with cluster.
And anybody we spoke to, because we had talked to, like I said, lawyers, accountants, township, everybody we spoke to, they've never heard of this. This is, I think, hopefully a once in a lifetime thing that probably no one's ever heard of or will see again. And it goes back so far.
Yeah, and it's not the township's fault. I understand the township has to do what the township has to do. You go by MPAC, right? That's just how it works. But I think, I don't know, I think this is an exceptional case. So I would vote in favor of forgiving it.
I think we're going to set a precedence here. Like, I owe you $400 in back taxes. Well, I don't have to pay it because we forgive
Yeah,
that
but this
one.
isn't back taxes. This is very
We
different.
can't do that. We never have.
Yeah.
And I don't think if you start, you're going to keep going forever.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Did you choose to stop paying your taxes? The taxes? Like halfway through the year you made the choice?
Yeah. Yeah.
You weren't instructed to by us or by the lawyer or by MPAC or anyone?
No,
That was your choice?
No, but we did inform the township that we were going to,
Okay.
because we didn't know what to pay.
Mhm.
Should I get in?
We had no way of knowing what to pay.
Just on your tax bill, there was no information on the amount you had to pay?
Yeah.
No, you were each paying each other's all along.
And
Until the last half of
the
last
amounts
year.
were there,
Yeah.
but not on my property.
Any other comments?
Okay.
So can we put this on the floor for a vote? All those in favor of waiving the tax,
Of which?
of waiving the two tax amounts?
The tax amounts?
Of
No,
waiving
no,
the,
The interest.
The interest on.
I'm leaving them?
The interest,
on?
taking them off, waiving them.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 4, 2. Sorry.
Oh, man, okay.
That somebody charges you tax.
Okay, let's move on to meetings. On here, Tammy, the finance committee meeting, March 18th. You don't have that on here.
Oh, on the agenda,
On-
I guess I didn't put it on there.
Okay, so March 18th, finance committee meeting.
We already have it.
You have, but it's not on.
It's not on the
It's
agenda.
not on the agenda.
I'll add it to the agenda.
Yeah.
Um,
In the-
Now, on that date, last year happened, Brian has to leave, I think 2 o'clock, Brian?
Yeah, 10 after 2.
10 after? So if we don't finish our business that day, can we set up another day
Well,
shortly thereafter to carry on the business of the finance, of our budget? And if you can look at your calendars,
and I see, we're going to be discussing the, official plan that day too, so it's gonna be a long one.
which day?
On the finance meeting, we switched it? From
Or
an
the,
email like
or
that?
the strategic plan.
Or
Yeah.
official plan and strategic plan or whatever.
So that week, we have the finance meeting on the Monday, the 18th, council meeting the 19th. So, suggestion, the 25th, the following Monday, as only a tentative date, in case we don't finish all our business on the 18th. Does that fit everyone else's schedule? Is that okay?
I'm okay.
25th, you said?
Yeah, I just wanna give everyone notice so that we don't say
Is
on
this
the
a daytime meeting or an evening meeting?
nighttime,
Okay,
Only if needed.
only if needed.
if needed.
Because I don't want to turn around and say on that 18th, okay, we didn't finish everything, let's pick a date. So in advance, we have a date. So is that date okay?
7 o'clock?
7 o'clock on the 25th.
So I want to put that on the agenda until
Yeah, until we
it's,
actually.
until we get to the 18th.
Tammy just mentioned that she won't put it on the actual agenda until, until after the 18th. So it won't go on until 19th if it's needed. That's okay?
Yep.
You good? And in talking to the human resource person at the county, Greg Belmore, he gave me a couple of options for dates that he could come. February 26th,
What's that for again?
the human resource.
For a human resources presentation by the county.
Either the 26th or March 4th. Whatever's the better date for anybody.
The 26th is better for me.
Is that okay with everybody?
Of February?
February?
Yeah, because March is gone.
And that would be 7 o'clock also.
February 26th, that's a Monday.
That's a Monday.
7 p.m.
7, yeah.
It's actually, it's a special meeting.
Yeah, I guess it would be called a special meeting, right? And just circling back to our conversation of 2 weeks ago of the August meeting, the August meetings, I didn't realize there was such a passion in having 2 meetings per month, and I totally understand that. I totally understand that. So, having said that, so that August 6th, that still stays in place. In regards to August the 20th, suggestion, which is similar to what we did last year. We had moved one meeting. What I'd like to do is take August 20th meeting and either move it to the 21st or move it to the 27th. Your call.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever day is good for you guys.
We'll do the same in hunting
They
season.
all agree to it, doesn't
We'll do the same in hunting season.
Well, I think it should be on a Tuesday like all our regular meetings.
So the 27th. I've got one for the 27th. Anybody say anything?
The 27th.
So changing August 20th to the 27th.
I can do that.
Aaron?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Maureen?
Mm-hmm.
Brian?
Yep. So that'll mean we'll have two meetings,
Then you
2
have-
weeks in a row then, right? We'll have one on the 3rd of September also? Okay. That's regular council?
Regular council, yeah.
Dave, can I circle back to the HR meeting that you just scheduled, and can you remind council what that's about?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I know.
That'll include, he'll give a description of job descriptions, pay equity, grid reviews, the impact of COLA and performance review dollars, etc., and what that affects to the grid. So like the whole ball of wax. These are services that they provide, that they can provide, and he'll go through all of that. Does that answer your question?
It does.
It's a very worthwhile question. It'll be very worthwhile for all of us,
Are these services at a cost from the county?
for him to come.
Like if we.
That'll be one of the questions that we'll be asking. We get so much dollars free from the county,
Uh-huh.
7 hours.
7 hours of that type of thing, so. But it's a good question we'll ask when we're there, and what the rate is, if there is charge, etc.
Dave, can I ask Kenny a question? Do you think you know what the county offers for HR?
I do.
Yes.
I
So,
do, definitely.
okay. Do you think that this would be worthwhile for council, or do you not have an opinion on this? So, I'm just concerned about scheduling another meeting and the cost of scheduling another meeting.
I mean, he could definitely be a delegate at one of the regular council meetings. I don't know what his presentation entails, and if it needs to be a full meeting, a full special meeting, I'm not sure.
Well, he said it would probably be half an hour to 40 minutes, and then normally, when he does this, there's people with a lot of questions. So, I'm just going by the information he's provided.
Uh-huh.
I'm okay with it, I just want to ask the question.
No, that's a good
It's gonna
question.
cost taxpayers, whatever,
Couple
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, so my question is it gonna benefit all of us as councillors, or is it basically for staff?
I think it would be a real learning experience for all of us. That's my opinion. Okay, motion for the minutes of the previous meetings. Previous meeting, that's not plural.
Moved by Harold Levine, second by Maureen McMillan, motion to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting of February the 6th, 2024, open and closed sessions.
Any questions or discussion? Haven't seen them. All those in favor? Carried. Bob, you're up.
Alrighty, fire operations since the last report, no calls to report. I hope that's part of the effectiveness of fire prevention program we have known. Ongoing activities, weekly truck checks and monthly equipment checks. Recent events, we had a bi-monthly meeting on January 17th, and January 23rd, we had fit testing along with our normal training session. Everybody except for one firefighter's been updated on the fit testing. He happened to be away at a conference at that particular night. Upcoming events, NDMNRF 2023 Municipal Agreement Workshops are going to be in Eganville. March 6th, we have the Fire Chiefs Association in Pembroke. March 12th, we have a bi-monthly meeting. March 21 to 24th, the Northeastern Conference and Trade Show. 2 members will be going from my office. And March 27th, the Policy Advisory Committee, the PAC 6 is meeting in Carlton Place. May 1 to 4 is the OAFC Conference and Trade Show for Toronto. Nothing planned for that yet. May 14th, bi-monthly meeting. Then we have 3 chiefs meetings at the end of the year, and another 3 bi-monthly meetings for the fire department. Recent training, we've had firefighter safety, communications, and PPE. January 30th, we have search and rescue. We have a maze set up at the Round Lake Hall, and a PPE on the same night. January 30th, we do search and rescue. As well as February 6th, we have overhauled tarps, sprinklers, and catch-all. Catch-all is not just a miscellaneous title, it's a matter of catching water that we're coming in a building and aiming at some particular location. Upcoming training, we have the training set up by February 20th, that's tonight, is fire behavior theory. 27th is fire extinguishers theory and practical. March 6th is OASC Town Hall. March 19th, we have PPE, SCBA ropes theory and practical. March 26th, we have the MNRF 103 theory training. And April 2nd, we have the MNRF practical. That's we have to do with our contracts with MNRF. April 23rd is ventilation theory and practical. April 30th, ground ladders theory practical. May 21st, extrication theory and practical. May 28th, we have extrication on airbags, stabilization and cribbing. June 11th, hydrants, hose streams and relay pumping. June 18th, water supply, porta tanks, high wall pump. And June 25th, foam and theory practical. So you can see we've got quite a load running. This is the first half of the year. Then we take a little bit of a break through July, and then we start again in August and go for the fall run. Now, I'm just going to jump down to say on CEMC, we had nothing to report there. I'm getting back to this insert project, green light sign project. Nobody had talked to me about what they were looking for, but they did something asking for my input onto it. So what I have with respect to the green light sign placement, I'd recommend placing the signs at entry points to the township, similar to what was done for the fire ban signs. Recommended locations are as follows. Round Lake Road at Township Line near Jacks Lake facing west. Round Lake Road at Ford Park bypass facing south. Traymore at Red Rock Road intersection. Mask Road east end facing west. Highway 60 at Township Line near Mask Road facing southwest. Ruby Road at Township Line facing west. Brudenell at Township Line facing north. Mountain View Road at Wilno South Road facing north, and Wilno near the Township Line on Highway 60 facing east. This catches all the entrance points to the township. So you're going to pass. You have to pass one. If that's all located, you have to pass at least one sign. And then I would also suggest one near the Round Lake Fire Hall, one near the Killaloe Fire Hall, and possibly one either at the Fountain or Station Park. It becomes a conversation piece for people at Station Park as an example, or somebody that's not, what's that sign? So that's my suggestions based on what I had to deal with.
Does anybody have any questions or discussion? Bill?
Just around this signs, are we gonna be discussing this now? Or is that a discussion for later?
Or do we take it at the bottom? Right. What does council like to do? Talk about it now or wait?
Talk about it now because Bob's here.
Okay.
Okay. I understand that they're $42 a piece. Does that cover the cost of installation? If not, who pays for the installation? Does anyone know?
The way I understood it when the county was here, they all supply the signs. They
For
will put them up
$42
on a county road.
Yeah.
We have to put them up on our own roads.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure about the ones on the highway. If we're putting up a separate sign, if we need to get
Yeah,
another
there would only
permit,
be the two on the highway.
or if we can just attach them to the fire ban signs, we might not need another permit. I'm not sure.
I just want to know how much.
The only
it's gonna
cost
taxpayers.
us would be Dean's time for his manpower to install, I would think.
Bob, how many are not on county roads?
Is the county's covering the full cost of these signs? Is that what you?
No, we have to pay for the signs, but the way I understand the county, every time they talk to us, that they will put the signs up.
Oh, okay.
on previous discussions with them. I could be wrong, but
I'd have to tighten this down to about half a dozen.
So 6 not on, so 6 we would have to pay full cost, and then say 6 would be the other part.
Okay, so Round Lake Road, they're covering us 1 and 2. Traymore at Red Rock, is that all ours?
Yep.
Okay, Mask Road facing east, that's ours. Highway 60 is not, that would be provincial. Ruby Road,
It's ours.
that's ours,
count.
county.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was
Okay,
thinking of township.
and Rudnell would be county as well.
You still have to pay for the cost of the sign no matter what
We
road
have
it
to-
is.
Yeah. No, I was just talking about the other cost though. The cost of, like the post and everything like that. We have to pay that cost if it's on
We'd
our
have to buy
road.
the post, but I don't think there's any cost to install them except for man
Dean's time.
time. Which we really can't classify as the cost.
You have the cost of the posts.
Yeah.
When if we're putting them up on, like, this, the signs coming into town and stuff like that, there'd be no cost
There's
whatsoever.
no cost at all, so.
I'm just asking before we make a
Yeah,
decision.
oh,
I don't know
absolutely.
How much it's gonna
Yeah.
cost.
So if, so basically you're looking at $42 times 12 then.
$500. 504
We got a bell on that one.
plus HST
Let's say just,
Plus posts.
plus the posts.
How much are posts?
I haven't priced it.
But if, we don't know how
Okay.
many are going on
That's
the
right.
existing posts already.
Correct,
so
yeah.
say
I have the
$600.
information I need.
do we have enough information to make a decision or to have a vote? So, calling for the vote.
I do have a resolution prepared, I just need to know how many signs council's willing to purchase.
Well, if we're going to do it, I think we do it like Bob says at all these locations, because
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
if you miss one, that's going to be where everybody came into town.
Well, the only two I would see with some issues there would be the two on Highway 60. One would be coming around the curve just by Holcomb's, and the other would be right at the Willow town line.
But we could probably,
But if we did
we
tie
could
it,
attach them into our signs that we have.
That we have there already. Yeah.
yeah, or we could, as your, per your suggestion, tie them to the fire ban sign,
Yeah.
just on those two.
Okay, but still we need the purchase of the 12, so,
Both
Yeah.
signs.
so resolution. Please.
Moved by Maureen McMillan, second by Ted Brown, that council for the township of Kilby, Hagerty, and Richards hereby agrees to rescind resolution number 11 dated July 4th, 2023 regarding the firefighters' green flashing light awareness signage and approves the following. Whereas council for the township of Kilby, Hagerty, and Richards supports the installation of 12 firefighter green flashing light awareness signage provided by the county of Renfrew at a cost of $42 per sign. And further that the signage placement be decided between KHR Fire Chief Bob Garrow and the County of Renfrew Infrastructure Technician Nathan Kwiat.
All those in favor? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Thank you. Any other comments?
You're not, nobody from our KHR is going to the EV training in Meganville?
No.
March 2nd?
No. We had a session, I think Jimmy McClement and I went down to Toronto for one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and we started putting a book together with all of the generally available cars, because there's a real list of things like Mercedes, you can list this long. But it generally shows you the color codes, where you're to cut, where you're not to cut, et cetera, et cetera. We started putting that book together. It's at least in front of our lead truck. It's in 44. We want to make complete it, a little more fully, and then put it on most of the other trucks, especially ones that are dealing with vehicle electrification and whatnot.
Bob, I do have one more question. The renovations to the building after the situation, is they all taken care of now?
Renovation of the building.
The fire hall?
Okay, what about it?
After the water overflow? The kitchen?
Oh, that hasn't been touched.
Okay.
And there's a couple of other things that I thought should have been done under warranty. And we got lights that don't work upstairs. and we've got a broken hinge on one of our doors, and I'm just hoping never collapses.
So should that item be moved to your committee? Ted,
So,
should that item be moved to your committee?
well, not really, Bob calls whoever the warranty, but our committee's not going to do anything.
Because we worked through Dale to get any of that material done.
Yeah, Bob should talk to Dale about it.
Because that hinge really, that scares me sort of, right?
Hinge which?
The hinge scares me, but
Yes.
that should be fixed.
And it's a high one, it's 6.5. So, and the one we've got with the lighting actually is a safety problem. For whatever reason, on the far wall in Bay 4, there's a sensor, somebody walks by, turns the lights on. But that's not for the, what they call it, the mezzanine level. And you're up there, then the light goes off. Now what have you got? If you're here at night, it's pretty dark, and now you've got to climb down the steps, and there's no lighting.
So we put that on with Bob or to the asset group?
Well, Dale, or Bob should just contact Dale.
Okay, so can we leave that to you to talk to Dale to get these things fixed up?
And I can tell them that it's approved by council? All right, will do, not a problem. Thank you. Whoops.
Before you go, I don't think council never gave direction on, are you looking, you're talking to Nathan then, about the signs, to order the signs, and then you'll collaborate with me to put them up?
Perfect, sounds like a plan. You can give me contact information?
Sure.
Perfect,
I'll
thank
send
you.
Good, thanks Bob. Thanks Dean.
Now we'll go do some training.
I'll just mark that down.
And Dean.
Okay, regular road maintenance continues and equipment checks as normal. We had some snow events last week and then beginning of this week. Late this afternoon, I had a compliment about our staff doing a great job plowing, sanding, and salting this year. So I just wanted to let council know about that, and I'm gonna pass that along as well to our staff. Brushing along the roads when we can. We're cutting firewood for the outdoor furnace. Coal patching, dragging roads when we can as well. Half loads, just to let council know, will be on next month coming up. We'll just move them, turn them accordingly. Mass Road, as you well aware, will be on March 1st. Most of the rest of them will be on March 15th, but we'll make sure we have in the flyers and the Facebook page and all that other stuff on social media. That's all for road report. Waste management, last meeting we had talked about people being caught there on camera at the landfill site. So the one Sunday morning, there was actually one caught. I think I sent council an email. So one was caught out of the 3. Also, we talked about lighting at the site. So I have a quote or whatever for lighting. Instead of motion sensors, I thought, well, maybe I'll just get a quote for 2 LED lights to put on the hydrophone, just like the street lights out here, facing the cardboard compactor, facing the other, the waste, or the electronics and all that other stuff, so it'll shine, so it'll be bright all the time. We have to make sure that it's not facing the road, because we don't want the people that cross the road, we don't want them to have the lights shining there, because there's never one to begin with. So
We definitely don't.
no, so it'll be shining towards that end. So, like, I don't know what council wants to do. We can talk about this more at the finance meeting if you like. Do we just want to go with motion sensors, or do we want to go with streetlights? Are quite expensive, so it's up to what council wants. So,
Dean, do you think the people that were caught, or the person that was caught, or whatever, were the same people that were there the previous time?
it's hard to say. It's hard to say. We saw people on camera, but they had the light. Yeah.
The same type of headbands on lights.
Yeah, so it's hard to say. I can't say yes, I can't say no.
No.
I have no clue. Other than that, I'll be staying in committee if there's any other questions.
Anybody have any questions?
I don't know if you know, or Tammy knows, or anybody knows when the waste day is.
No, I actually just emailed our contact today, so I'm
Okay.
gonna, hopefully he'll email me back.
Okay, perfect.
So I gave the date as August the 17th, so I'm hoping that that date will be open, but once I hear back from him, I'll
Okay.
advise council.
Thank you.
That's for the hazardous waste.
Yeah, hazardous waste.
Okay.
I just wanted to say something. I saw on Facebook a very nice comment about Robert at the dump site and how he helped somebody with their flat tire, and it just led on Facebook to this whole stream of like really beautiful comments about how great the guys are at the dump and how they go over and above, and just if they haven't heard that, pass it on,
Oh,
because
definitely.
it was so nice to read.
Yeah, for sure. I will.
Right.
While Dean's here, did we ever make a date or pick a date for the road tour?
No.
Or
We said early spring, that was about it.
that's coming soon, right?
Yeah.
29 days.
Next week.
Some areas is already passed.
Why don't we wait, we're all together at the finance meeting? That's finance in February, right? End of February? We can make a date. It's not till March.
That's up to the roads committee, so. Aye.
Usually have it in April. right?
Nobody else here at the finance meeting that's not here now.
We used to have it in April all the time. That's when the roads are bad.
Yeah.
About now, drive by my house.
Won't quit crying.
Even with the snow we got, it'll be gone long before that, so beginning of April.
Yeah, we should set it. The longer we leave it, the less days we're gonna have to choose from.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're looking for an open day. How long will this take?
All day.
Pretty well.
9 o'clock till 2.
Yeah, till 2.
If it could not be on a Monday or Wednesday, that would be great.
If it could not be.
If it could not be on a Monday or
They wanna look
Wednesday,
at
like
all
a
the
Tuesday would be perfect.
Yeah,
Infrastructure.
I think that, I'll talk to Ken, but I thought we were gonna incorporate both some of the infrastructure as well, like the sewer plant, water plant, and the road tours. And again, I think I asked council before if there's any roads that they wanna look at, just so I can kind of give the driver a heads up of what council wants, like I gave council the preliminary budget kind of thing, and which roads, but again, it's up to council, if they have anybody from, you know, the residents that
What
want
about April
something.
9th, it's a Tuesday.
Fine with me.
Works for me.
9 o'clock?
It's usually 9, eh? 8:30 or 9?
Yeah, it's usually
9?
9 to 2.
9?
because, yeah,
9 to 2, right, Brian?
9 till 2, yeah.
it'll have to be, because the bus will have to be back anyway.
Yeah, the bus we'll be using will be
Oh,
on
can
the
we
road.
take the bus?
Could be a snow day that day.
Be a snow day.
But I guess it's canceled then.
We're doing this on a school bus.
Always can't. Well, what should I get her on the page, just so I can mark it down?
No chewing gum on the bus.
Any other questions for Dean?
April 9th.
Any other questions for Dean? Okay, Tammy.
Okay, so I just have a couple of things, very quick. I had hoped to prepare, a report for council with regards to the road and general voucher, however, Charlene and I ran out of time and we weren't able to do that. I hope to have them, ready for the next council meeting for review and comments and suggestions. But in the meantime, I did, if council wishes to stop the procedures of examining the accounts, I do have a resolution prepared, and I'll read it, and then if council wants to decide what they want to do moving forward, they can just let me know. So I have it moved by Ted Brown, second by Harold Levine, that council for the township of Killaloe, Haggerty, and Richards hereby agrees to discontinue the current procedures in place for examining accounts regarding to road and general vouchers, and will revisit once provided with alternate reports and procedures from the CAO clerk treasurer for review. And whereas once council for the township of Killaloe, Haggerty, Hagerty and Richards decided upon an alternative format and procedure, will it then be added to the general reporting conditions for council under examining accounts on the agenda?
Right?
So what's the reasoning behind canceling this, again? Can
So
somebody-
the road and general voucher, what happens is you're all provided with a copy of the expenditures, and then we read a resolution that says that you approve these expenditures. However, those expenditures have already been paid. So we're looking at alternate reports to provide for council that shows the same thing, but not be approving of them because they're already approved through the budget process.
So we don't have to vote on it, but we'll still get a,
Still,
But we'll
we'll
still
still
see
get,
them.
You'll
to
still
see-
get a
if
report.
we still have a
Because-
question, somebody can still ask
Correct.
the question.
because
But-
there has been times, and not often, but if there's a mistake, or not a mistake, but you know, we could be paying something that we shouldn't be paying, and we don't have to continue doing that. You know, somebody might catch that in here and say, why are we doing this? Or is there a cheaper way of doing it? You know, that's, we don't have to vote on something that's already paid. I agree with that part of it.
I think the word approval is not the right word to be having to be used, because it's not an approval, it's an you're examining what has been paid,
Yes.
not approving to be
I would
paid.
still want to see.
Yes.
Yeah, there's different reports that are out there that Charlene and I are playing with. We contacted surrounding municipalities, and they have provided us with samples of what they provide their council, so that's what we want to get together.
Any other questions?
So you're asking us to vote on this now, even though we don't know what the alternatives are yet?
Yes,
Okay.
if you don't want to go through the procedure of this tonight, yes.
And how long will it take? Do you have any
I hope to
ideas?
have it by next meeting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, we're still gonna ask if there's questions on this register tonight, right? It's not a matter of approving, it's just examining it.
Well, if we don't pass this resolution, we have to pass it like we have been.
Oh, okay, I get it, yeah.
Are we still going to be able to ask questions on the
Yes.
bills?
But not tonight.
Yes.
Oh, we can tonight?
Why couldn't you ask tonight? It's just, there's gonna be no resolution passed.
But
Or
even-
no, approval, no vote on it, but if you have a question on the first line, you can still ask. But,
So after this, this motion is approved or not approved, whatever, if it's approved, are we still gonna be able to ask questions on this at a meeting
Yes,
next month or the month?
yes.
Okay.
Any other questions?
like, my biggest concern is we're voting on something that we've already approved to pay. Like, you're asking a question on the line here, but you signed a check to pay it already, and you're asking about it, so to me, it's confusing, it doesn't make any sense, but.
No, the word approving is not the right word. So, okay, all those in favor? 1, 2, 3. Fine.
Okay, the only other things that I have is just a couple of updates besides business as usual. I continue to work on year-end reporting, and so far I've filed our accessibility report as well as our OCIF. I'm currently working on gas tax submission and PSSD, which is the public
Sector salary disclosure.
Yes, thank you. Interim tax billings have been mailed out, and both Charlene and I continue to work on the budget, and the red grant was submitted today. And that's all for my report.
And what was the red grant for?
The website.
The website? Any other
And
questions?
Maureen did the heavy lifting on that, so we should thank her.
Thank you, Maureen.
I get the-
Yeah.
Just a point, I thought this was outstanding, we got this email, I think it was an email, right? On what was gonna be discussed as far as your report tonight? I thought that was outstanding. Would council like this prior to every meeting?
Which one you talking about?
She can email us stuff that she feels that she has to
I thought
email us.
this was outstanding, because everybody was prepared for it, everyone read it. Sometimes you don't do things,
Tammy sends an email, I read it.
and this
I
came
read
by
what
email.
Tammy tells me she sent me.
I don't know, does council wanna see this every
I
second?
don't read it.
No.
I read all her emails.
If she feels necessary that she has to
Whenever
email
she
us something,
sends
she
one,
can
we'll read
email
it.
us. We get calls from Nathan.
The question is that.
Nathan will call me and say, Tommy told me to call you. Check your emails. Okay, thanks, Nathan.
You know who the repeat offenders are.
I check mine every day.
That's the same thought.
Better now than she hasn't set up on my phone.
I didn't even ask questions, but we don't pass the resolution to.
Okay, does anyone have any questions, Carl?
No.
What? Jeez.
Oh, I had one. Mine was 25990, maybe Kowski.
What number, sorry?
25990.
You'd be asking if you had your copy or. Here, you want to look at mine?
No, I got it. I went through.
Reimbursement on tax accounting error. Those are the two numbers.
And does anyone have any reports from committee? Mr. Lee?
Not a report, but the meeting that we had with, about the sidewalks last month, supposed to have last month and canceled. I'm putting forward that this should be brought up in full council, not just on a committee. So she can come in, or they can come in as a correspondence, where it can be dealt with right then and there, not having the committee meeting, then coming back to explain it to the rest of the council. Everybody for that?
A delegation.
Yeah, come in as a delegation.
I agree. I agree
Yeah.
with
Correspondence. Municipality of Wawa, and I believe there's a resolution.
So moved by Ted Brown, second by Bill Smith, that council for the township of Kilby, Hagerty, and Richards hereby supports the resolution from the municipality of Wawa pertaining to the fire department fire apparatus regulation, and would emphasize that any pumper that passes the annual pump test and road safety requirements be deemed to meet the frontline pumper requirements by FUS and the insurance industry. And further, that this resolution be circulated to all 444 municipalities in Ontario, the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, the Association of Municipalities Ontario, and the Eastern Ontario Wardens Caucus.
Any questions? All those in favor? Carried. Municipality of Wawa, another resolution.
So this one here has to do with cemetery ownership. We've been, this hits us because we were, and the cemetery was abandoned, and it became, the township has to maintain it and take care of it. So this is why I thought this would be important to support. Moved by Ted Brown, second by Bill Smith, that council for the township of Kilby, Hagerty, and Richards hereby supports the resolution from the municipality of Wawa supporting Tate Township regarding provincial cemetery management, and further that this resolution be circulated to the Honorable Todd McCarthy, Ministry of Public and Business Service Delivery, Jim Casamatas, BAO, Interim CEO, Registrar, MPP John Yakubuski, and all 44 municipalities in Ontario.
Question?
Yeah, question on that I have is, by supporting this, are we actually saying that, like, we agree on looking after cemeteries?
No, we would like the province
Or is
to
that
take
gonna be foreseen by them?
for the province to come up with other
Yeah,
methods and
because
stuff.
I think it should be the province, not us. Like, why are we so maybe if we support this, they might think, oh, they're all right with that.
No, this is
This says exactly that.
asking the province to take control of cemeteries.
To give us money and to give us training on how to do it, is what I read in there.
That's not what I read, so.
If you look on the 4 points on the back page here,
To have copies identified as a default owner.
So my read on it is that they want the province to be the owner and the province to bear the costs of it. We'll still do it, but give us the money, give the townships the money to do it.
That's what I understood too.
Yeah.
Any other questions? All those in favor? Corporation of the Town of Petrolia. And there's a resolution. Nope. Oh. That's not your typing. That's- Does anyone have any questions about it?
No, but I do, I'll make a
Comments?
comment,
Comments?
this has been brought to council before, or somebody. And it just doesn't work, there's too much going on for it to be one conference.
You just don't want us at your conference.
And
What's
vice
that?
versa.
You just don't want us at your conference.
Yeah, that's right.
And vice versa.
yeah, I
So,
think one of, I don't know, it was last year or the year before, there was a discussion when we were at Ogra on this. And
They were very against it.
yeah, because they felt it's too congested. I know when we're at Ogra, that place is pretty
But
packed.
for us, it's a bit different as this council because some go to one, some go to the other. A lot of people go to both conferences. It's just impossible to do everything, right?
In there, didn't it say that it used to be done together at one time?
Yeah.
Years prior to COVID?
It was
Oh, long
way
before
before
that.
that. They switched it.
I see.
But they never had the amount of people attend these conferences like they have now. Like, it's incredible. How many people would be at your roads?
Five.
Thousands.
Oh, yeah. Like us too, so.
Some of them we don't even get to talk to.
Next one, Town of Plimpton, Wyoming. Discussion. The next one, Kate Merton, cookbook fundraiser.
Yeah, send in your recipes. We'll be Hulu famous, KHR famous in our Hulu library cookbook.
The ask is to send in your recipe. Your favorite recipe.
Your
We
favorite
usually
recipe.
need-
When do they need it by?
March 1st. You can take a picture of it, you can scan it, you can type it. I'll help you if you need help.
Heinz beans and no name leaders.
I know you got some good recipes up your sleeve, Carl.
Me.
Okay, we're gonna move on to unfinished business. Mike Kendall. You would have received a letter in your package this evening. I'll give you a few moments to read it.
feel bad, but we talked to Dean, I don't know. Do we have, policies regarding, we don't have any policies.
I know, it feels like a very exceptional situation with somebody going out of their way,
Again,
possibly.
I
There was
might-
a lot of snow recently, which I'm
Council-
sure has been pushed to block that trail.
Councillor McMillan, I have to warn you, we have to watch what we say, cause this was handled in camera.
Okay. Anyway, it feels exceptional. There's nothing that can be done if something's being done on municipal property.
There's no policies
There's no policies.
on our.
So if this were happening somewhere,
Council can choose to say no, don't do it. There's no policies in place, it's council's decision.
When you plow your driveway, where do you put the snow?
I didn't plow it last time.
In the road allowance.
I push it on the township property.
I put it on Carl's property.
I got lots of reasons.
I figured it came off
It's
the
really-
township property, it should go back on township property.
You keep putting it in my driveway, I don't know why.
I don't know what to say. Maybe we can leave this with us and let us think about it.
Would we like to move this to closed and have further discussion?
I would like to move this
I
to
have nothing
close.
to discuss, I
There's
just,
nothing that needs to be discussed and closed.
Do you know
No?
the last one was
Oh.
discussed?
The last one was, yes.
Okay, so we need a decision what we're gonna do.
Because well, no, the last time because it identified an identifiable individual. This one we're not, he's just asking council to,
But it's insinuating.
I think the only way we could do it is make a bylaw, and then no one can put snow out. When you come to the end of your driveway, don't put it out on the road allowance. If we pass that bylaw, so
Is this right at the end of a driveway though, or is this moved to,
he plowed his driveway out onto
Yeah.
the road allowance, is what I understand.
Dean, can you
Right,
explain
look.
to council
Or
how much
there's a
where-
something up or something.
Oh,
It's actually, I took a couple pictures of it. Got some on the camera. It's that, Round Lake Road in Lakeview Drive.
yes. I'm just not understanding where this trail is.
Well, technically, it's not.
Not a trail.
Okay.
it's not
They
a trail,
use it
it's
as
just
a
use
it as a
people
trail.
walk.
Okay.
Some people walk there, so somebody walking
It's like,
through Pathways Park.
it's like
Okay.
beside my house.
Yes,
They walk
there.
up James Street, they call it a trail, it's not a trail.
Okay.
Yeah, they walk all the way from James Street to Water Street.
Yeah, but it's not a trail, they use it as a trail.
Did you walk?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody look at pictures? I'm looking for suggestions.
What does the head of council suggest?
I suggest, we went through all this at the last meeting and we
Ins-
discussed it, we sent
ins-
a letter.
Inside and outside.
Yeah, and I think we're done with it, to tell you the truth. We can't do any more,
I'm good with that. Would anybody else have anything different?
But it's not just the snow, it's between the two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything different. No.
Okay. New business. Anyone move on or you want me to move this? Okay. So you've got three reports there. from Aqua as far as the drinking water, wastewater, and the operational plan. Does anyone have any questions? Or any discussion?
Don't try to read the water report, cause you never know what it
Yes.
is. I tried it.
We do have to pass the water report by resolution,
Resolution,
so I have a resolution prepared.
So, If there's no questions,
No
discussion,
No.
we'll have the resolution then.
Moved by Maureen McMillan, second by Bill Smith, motion that council for the township of Killarney, Hagerty, and Richards hereby approves and accepts the January 1st, 2023 to December 31st, 2023 annual report for the Killarney drinking water system issued February 5th, 2024.
All those in favor? Carried.
It's new
Those
business.
are the last two things.
And you have something for new
Yeah.
business?
So, being an avid hunter and fisherman, I got this Ontario Outdoors magazine. I don't know if anybody else gets it, but it comes 10 times a year anyways. But I just wanted to bring to the attention of council that there's a 3-page article in here, and it's called Back to Highway 60. And it's all about Golden Lake, Round Lake, and Bark Lake, how exceptional fishing it is and how great this area is. And I just thought it was pretty neat.
Wow.
And I did email them the magazine, thanks to Tammy, thanking them for the great coverage of our area and that we appreciate it. I thought it was pretty neat.
Good, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
I have something I put on all of your desks. Harold and I met, and we're hoping to bring volunteer rec back to KHR. We'd like to have a meeting, so I just want everyone to know, and I guess give your blessing. We want to have a meeting Thursday, March 7th at 6:30 at the Round Lake Rink to try to get some volunteers together to help with some of our events, and maybe plan some future events.
It's a good idea.
Good initiative, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And is there any other new business?
Oh, there is this, I'm gonna just tell council about this. Dave passed this on to me, and I'm going to follow up on it, about Still Standing, the TV show. They're looking to feature some communities in a future episode, so somebody reached out from the county, and I'm gonna follow through with this to see if our community might be a good fit for this, just so everybody knows.
Was Killaloo or KHR on that at one time? Or there was something. That's a TV show, right?
Yeah,
There's something in this area out there,
there was
but I
something,
can't remember what.
I think it was something different.
Yeah.
I know we've been on a showcase for the ghost stories on Buck Hill and
Maybe that's what it was. But I know I've watched that program, Still Standing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Google it.
we have to pass the resolution for our signatures for Aqua.
So, did you read that right?
No.
Resolution, please.
Moved by Harold Levine, second by Ted Brown, motion that council for the township of Killarney, Hagerty, and Richards hereby directs the mayor and CAO clerk treasurer to sign the Killarney Drinking Water Systems Operational Plan Commitment and Endorsement Form.
All those in favor? Carried.
It was in Eggenville now, I remember. Because they had it at the rink. I just forget exactly what it was about, but.
Motion to go into committee of the whole.
Moved by Ted Brown, second by Maureen McMillan, be it resolved that council move into a closed meeting pursuant to section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended for the following reasons. Personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees.
All those in favor? Carried.
Good night.
Good night.
Motion, no, we got one. Motion to adjourn.
No, confirming by.
Confirming bylaw.
Moved by Ted Brown, second by Carl Keel, that bylaw number 08/2024 being allowed to continue proceeding to the council of the township of Killoughby, Hagerty, and Richards at its regular meeting held on February the 20th, 2024, be given its first, second, and third reading and finally passed this 20th day of February 2024.
All those in favor? Carried.
Are we still on camera?
Yes.
Yes. To behave.
You got the grumpy, Bill?
You're an elected official. No, she's making me laugh.
Motion to adjourn.
Moved by Bill, second by Maureen McMillan, motion to adjourn the regular council meeting of February 20th, 2024 for the township of Killoughby, Hagerty, and Richards.
All those in favor? Carried.